Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you like puzzles or if you'd like to see me struggle to solve one and have a laugh at my expense, then you're at the right address. So please like and subscribe. Today I'm going to be trying my hand at Summon in the Light by Fuxia. If you'd like to give it a go, there will be a link in the description below. If you do, please let me know how you fared and what you thought of it. Right, let's read the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. We have to place the digits 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box within the grid, so within the thick black line. Digits on the outside give the sum of the first x digits, where x is the digits next to the clue. Right, let's go to pencil marks because there's fog and I would prefer not to clear it by mistake. Right, so this is 22. This is saying that the sum of the x digits looking from this side into the grid is 22. What is x? X is the first digit we encounter in the grid. So if this was, say, 5, then this would be saying that the first 5 digits here add up to 22. If the 5 was on the other side, then this would be saying that the sum of the first digits starting from the 24 going towards the grid is 24. The first 5 is 24. Again, it could be anything. Of course, there will be interactions between them, but we'd leave that for the solving. If there's a digit here, then this would be the sum of the digits starting from the top going down, and from the bottom, you start from the bottom and you go up. Right. Entering correct digits may or may not clear the fog somewhere. This is the second puzzle I solved this week. Or the other one, I don't think that I've made a video of the other one, where it says that. But my understanding from dynamic fog is that it always clears the cell where you enter the digit, right? I don't know. Well, we'll find out, right? A sip of tea. Restart. Right. So what are the interactions between them? Well, the sum of these digits is 45, to no one's surprise, right? And since these, for instance, sum up to 46, if I can count, it is late on Saturday night. So here, my excuse is already in the books, so you'll have to excuse me. 46, right? So the difference between the sum of the 9 digits and the sum of those is 1, right? And the difference is the intersection between the two. I mean, it makes sense, right? If let's get some colors. If the sum of, let's say this is whatever adds up to 24. This is not, it's not going to work for 24 and 22, but just as an example. The sum of these two is equal 45. So we can get, say, this out and then pink out. Those are 45. Plus this one, which is the intersection, right? So the intersection has to be the difference of the sum minus 45. In this case, there's no way it's going to be 3 digits. It can't be 2 either because it's 1. So it has to be one cell, right? One cell. One cell. So what are the options? So if it's one cell, then these have to add up to 10, right? They have to add up to 10. All right. Well, it's obvious that we can't have 1 and 9. That's out of the question, right? In any case, well, except if, would it work if the outside digit is 1? Because if this is 1, then it's saying that this is the sum of the one cell, so it has to be 1 as well. Right, in any case, 1 and 9 doesn't work. But 2 and 8 doesn't work either, because there's no place where we can put 2. 2 would mean that it's the sum of 2 cells, and of course we can't get 22 or 24. 3, well, 3 doesn't work either. 3 works? No, what am I talking about? No, of course 3 doesn't work. 3 would leave me with 19, which is not possible. I have no idea. Well, all right. This video is going to be more fun and laughter than anything else. I'm pretty sure, but especially that I've picked picked a puzzle that requires a lot of calculation. It's going to be fun. In any case, we can't have 3 because, well, 3 would leave me with 19, and the maximum we could have with 2 digits is 17, right? So 4 is the minimum. So it's 4, 6. 5, 5 is unfortunately not allowed because we'd need 2, 5. So this is 4, 6. Okay, let's go back to pencil marking. 4, 6. I presume this has to be the 6, right? Can this be 4? If this is 4, then... Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I shouldn't forget that the last digit has to be 1 as well. Because 4 works in theory, I think, because 4, yeah, this would be 4 and I'd need 20 in 3 cells. That's not impossible, right? But the fact is that the last cell, which is the intersection, has to be 1. So this has to be 6, right? So we're off? Yeah, we do get 3 digits. Because this has to be 4, and then this means that that's 1. Excellent. And yeah, it's entering digits is clearing the actual cells themselves. I think that's probably understood. I don't know. In any case, doesn't matter. Do we continue pencil marking? Does it matter? Can I continue? Well, in any case, let's have a look at these first. Well, these add up to 46 as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. Right. Right. So this has to be a minimum of 6 as well now. For the same reason. I mean, it's if it didn't work for 24, it's not going to work for 26, 27. 4 or 3 or 2 or 1, of course, but 4 is the important one here. The question is, do we need 4 for 19, or can we work with 13? Right. Well, again, well, not in theory. If we didn't have 2, then 19 could be 3, right? Because 3 leave us with 16, and 9 and 7 would do the job, but the last digit has to be 1. So this can't be 3 either. So we have the same scenario. This is 4, this is 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1. Right, which gives me a 40. Which gives me a 40. And the 40 is, well, 45 minus 5. So no one is surprised. Which means that it's either 8 and we have 5 at the end, or it's 7 and we have 2 and 3 at the end. Right. My guess is I'm gonna have to pencil mark now. Right, so that's 5, which leaves me then with 14. 14, we can't use 6, 8. So this has to be 5, 9, right? This is 5, 9. Which leaves me here with 2, 3, 7 and 8, right? I forgot about the 7. 2, 3, 7, and 8. That's 20 plus 6 plus 1 is 27. That works. Okay. What about row number 5? 4 plus 1 is 5, leaves me with, well, 17, right? That's the minimum we could have. Well, I mean, we knew that, but it's... Right, 4 plus 1 is 5. That leaves me with 17, and that's 9, 8. Right, so that's not an 8. And I'm left with... What am I left with? 2, 3, 5, 7? That's 19 plus 7. No, that... How did I get 19? 17, right. 17 plus 7 is 24. Okay, that works. Right, but now I can't have 8 anymore because it's used. So this has to be 7. No, it has to be 7. Yes, it is. And that means that these are 2 and 3. Right. No. I get more digits. That's great. This is 7 because it's not 2 or 3. What is this? It's a 5. And this is not 2, 3, not 7, so it's an 8. Excellent. Excellent. We do get a new blue. That's not 7 or 5. Right. Okay, I have to look at this one now, right? So 45 minus 31 is 14, if I'm not mistaken. 14. 14 is a minimum of 2. A minimum of 2 and a maximum of 4? A maximum of 4. Right, so what is this then? 5, 6, or 7? 5, 6, or 7? Well, no, 5 is out of the question, right? Because even though in theory we could have 14 with 4, those require 2, 3, 4, 5. If we're using the 5, we can't have 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's not 6 as well. Right, so it is 7. It's 7. Okay. 7 gets me this far, and this would have to be 14. Well, that's what we said, right? And 14 is 6, 8, or 9, 5. Right. Well, of course, we can't have 8 or 9 here. We can't have 8 or 9 here. Right, we have to, well, okay, this isn't 5 or 6 either. So that's 52. 52, which means that the difference is 52 minus 45 is 7. 7, I need 7. Right. Right. Well, it can't be a single digit 7. Right. So it has to be 2 digits or 3 digits 7? Okay, but if it's 2 digits, then these have to sum up to 11. We can't have 11. So it has to be 3 digits, and these would have to sum up to 12, which means that this is 5. No, this is 5. It is. And 5 goes with 9. And 5 takes us to here. Right, so these have to be add up to 7. And which means that these are 2 and 4, right? That gives me 7. And I'm still missing 8, 6, and 3. That's 17 plus 14. That's 13. Okay, so far so good. This one isn't 8. Oh, this one isn't 2 either because of the 2, 3 here. So that's 4. That's 4. That's 2. That's 4 and that's 2. And then I didn't get any new clues. Oh, I didn't get a new clue. I didn't see it. I don't know. When did I get that? Okay. 19. 19. Right. So it's not 1 or 2. That's for sure. Is it 3? No, because I can't have 3 here, right? Then I need a no, I don't need a 3 here. I don't. Oh no, actually I do need a 3 here. Right. Okay. This is 6. So this is 3 and 8. Right. So it's not 3. It's not 3. Interesting. It's not 4 either. Am I missing something? Does 5 work for 19? So if this is 5, I'd be left with 14. 14. How about 8, 1, 2, 3? No, that's not allowed. Okay, so this would have to be 3. Okay, 3 would leave me with 11. What can I have? 3 would leave me with 11. I can't use 2 and I can't use 5. I can't use 2 and I can't use 5. Do I need 1? Well, 1, 4, 6 still works. So it does work. Does 6 work? Does 6 work? 6 no, 6 doesn't work. That's obvious. Because 6 leaves me with 5 digits and 5 cells, and 5 cells is a minimum of of 15. Well, sure. It's obvious, right? The minimum is the sum from 1 to the digit we put here. I mean, it's not that complicated. Okay, so this has to be 5, which means that this has to be 3 because we couldn't have 8. Right, so far so good. This becomes 3 and this becomes 2. Okay, so I do need 11. I do need 11. What are the options then? I already had 1, 4, and 6, right? Is that the only option? I think that's the only option, right? It's possible. I mean, we can't use 2, we can't use 3, so if we get to 4, we need 7. And the only way to get 7 without 4, 3, or 2, 5 is 6, 1. So yeah. So yeah. Okay. I mean, it makes sense as well. 1 to 6 is 21, and if we take 2 out of it, it's 19. I'm way too slow today. Well, all right. I say that as if that's not the usual course, the usual state of affairs here. What am I still missing? I'm missing 7, 8, and 9 then, right? This isn't 7 though, and this isn't, I was going to say this isn't 6, but no, the 6 is somewhere else. Oh, wow. Oh, this isn't 8. This isn't 8 either, so this is 9, right? This is not 9, it's 7 or 8. Did I get a new clue? No, I did not get a new clue. So I need to figure out what to do still. I need to figure out what to do still. Oh, this isn't right. This is result. Okay, still didn't get me anything. Interesting. Still didn't get me anything. Right, sip of tea. A sip of tea. Oh, right, I see it. Or maybe I should just pencil mark. That could be useful. 4 and 9, right? Which means that I definitely need an 8 and a 9 here, don't I? Which means that that's a 9 and that's an 8, right? And that gets me another clue. Let's continue with pencil marking first. That's 5 and 6. And that is 5 as well and 7. Okay, that didn't get me anything. Right, I have to think about the 32. 32 is 45 minus 13, right? Right, so I'm missing 13. 13, that's a minimum of 2 at the end. Well, it can be 3, but it can't be 4, right? Because 13, 9 would leave me with 4, and then this would have to be 1, 3. That doesn't work. So this has, well, it can't be 7. So this can't be 2. So it has to be 3, and this would have to be 6. Correct. And then this is 1 and 3, right? That's what we said. 30. Yes, this is 1 and 3. Interesting. That didn't get me anything. Right. Right. Okay. What am I supposed to do? More pencil marks? More pencil marks. What though? I have no idea. I have no idea. That's funny. That is funny. It is 13, right? I'm not mistaken. 45. That's 9, 1, and 3. Yes, 13. No other way of having 4 except 1 and 3. Yeah, right. More tea. I should have just drunk an energy drink, I think. I never drink those. Not that it's not out of principle or whatever. I don't like them. Right. Okay, pencil mark. I have no idea what's that gonna get me, but okay. 5. There's an 8 here. I'm missing something. It can't be just that, can it? 9. What am I missing? What am I missing? I don't know. I don't know. That's weird, isn't it? I have no idea what I'm missing. I can keep on saying that. It doesn't help, I know, but here I'm missing 1, 2, 3, right? Not that it really helps, but it is 1, 2, 3. It is 1, 2, 3. I have no idea what I'm missing. That's funny. I mean, it's a fog puzzle, so it's supposed to follow the. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea how fog puzzles work, actually. As in, technically, behind the scenes. Then does it matter if I don't know. I think I was too late in putting these. So some two digits here were available for a while. Uh, I'm now blaming the tool. I'm now blaming the tool. I don't know. I don't know. Funny. There's a 6 here. There's a 6 here. Anything else? Anything else? 8 we've already seen. 9 we don't need here. What else? What else? 5? We still have 5 everywhere. That's weird. That is weird. Really though, this can be 1, 4, and 6. It can't be all of them, right? I'm not imagining that. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Am I missing something here that it can't be? That's weird, right? Did the 6 open something and I'm missing it? No, it did not. This 6. This is not the only place where we can have an 8. I can have an 8 here, right? What am I missing? I'm missing 4, 5, 7, and 8. 4, 5, 7, and 8. So the 5 is here, but besides that, does it matter where anything is? Doesn't look like it. 4, 5, 7, and 8. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is that? That's 30, right? Yeah, it is 30. Plus 2, that works. Yeah. Have no idea what's going on. I really don't know. My only option is, well, it's not an option. It's just because I want to prove to myself that that's not a problem. It's just to go back and do these in order, but that would be bad, right? I don't want to just pencil mark willy-nilly because I'm not sure if that's gonna help me. So what am I missing here? I'm missing 2. Well, I do have the 6. I'm missing 7 and 8. Right. How does that matter? 2, 7, and 8. I can't even do the, well, frowned upon method of saying, oh, well, then we can't have 6 and 2 here. Well, we can't have 6 and 2 here. But we can't have 6. What now? We can't have 6 and, is this, oh, right. This is, yeah, it does. Yeah, sure. Does help the pencil mark. So this is not 2, this is 3. And my apologies, fuxia. It's for my lack of faith. That's 6, 7, 8 as well. So here I'm missing 4, 9, 1, 4, 9. Right, but now I do have a 35. 35, which means it's missing a 10. And, well, it has to be 1 and 9, right? Because if it's not 1 and 9, what could it be? If it's 1, 4, that would be 5. It's quickly over 10. So if it's 1 and 9, it means that this is 7. These aren't 7. This is actually 6 then now. And that's 1 and 9, which means that that's an 8 and that's a 4. Yes. That's 9 and that's 7. Okay. Okay. That's helping. That helped definitely. 4 and 5. 18. 18. What is that? What is that? Would 3 work? No, 3 wouldn't work. Oh, what do you mean 3 wouldn't work? That's getting into 3 would work. I still have 8 and 7, right? Yeah. I still have 8 and 7. Okay. So this has to be 3 plus 7 and 8, right? Because otherwise it's 7. And, well, it's obvious that 7 adds up to 28, even if we start from 1. So that's a 3. That's 7 and 8. This becomes a 2, and this becomes an 8. Right. These aren't 8 anymore. So that's an 8. Right. And here I'm missing a 1 and a 4. Right. 1 and a 4. Right. Okay. I'm just gonna pencil mark now because otherwise it takes me forever to see things. Like the fact that this has to be 7, for instance. Right, 15. 15. Well, though it has to be 3, right? Because otherwise we start with 17. So that's 3. 3 means that it's the sum of these 3 digits. We already have 11, so that's a 4. That's 1, and that's 6. Okay, so far so good. This becomes 3, this becomes 2, 7, 5. And that's not a 4, though it can still be 1 or 6. Right, we did get an 18. I'll get to it. I'm just gonna finish pencil marking. That's 2 and 4. Right, 2 and 4. 2 and 4. Okay. 18. 18. So can we still have 3? Yeah, here we can have 9 and 6, right? Right. But I guess we can have 4 as well, right? Right. Probably can't have 5. Because it's an 8. 5 and 8 is already 13. So that doesn't work. So this is 3 or 4. But we already have a 4 here, so that's a 3. Right, so it's the sum of these, and this has to be 9, 6 then. 9, 6, 1, 4. Right. This becomes an 8, a 9, a 5, a 6, 5. And I'm missing still a 4. Right. Right. That's not a 3 anymore. That's a 7. That's an 8. What am I missing here? 9, 1, 2, right? This isn't 9 anymore. But it's still 9, 1, 2. Right. And here we're still missing a 5 and a 6. Hold on. Holding on. This is not a 3. So that's a 3. Right. Right. What am I missing? What? Oh, that's not a 9. That's what I'm missing. This becomes a 9. Okay. This becomes a 9 and still didn't. Well, right. I can't do Sudoku. Well, we still didn't get anything. So I presume we have to finish it now with what we have. It's very possible, right? Here I'm still missing 1, 2, 7, and 8. This would have to be a 7. That's not an 8. Neither is this one, so that's an 8. That's 2. That's 1. Yeah, it's all going to be. Ta-da! Was I supposed to finish here then? Possible. Possible. 5, 6, 5, 4, 2, 4. Right. What's with the cat? It's cute, but I just saw it. Oh, of course, we didn't see it before this was cleared. Right, moment of truth. Yay. That must have been one of the silliest videos on the channel. Silliest solves. I feel like I don't know. I've done about 100 mistakes. Hopefully, I didn't. Hopefully, I've earned all of the all of the digits that I entered. But we'll see about that. I'm sure you'll tell me about it if it's not the case. I hope that you enjoyed it anyway, or not in spite, but because of the silliness. And if you did, please like and subscribe and maybe share. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.